Welcome to this special edition of Raven TV. We're your hosts, Emma Semchison and Katie Robinson.
This week at Eastside, students and staff participated in Relay for Life, a global team-based walking event that raises money and awareness for cancer research and patient support programs. Our Raven TV crew was on the scene to capture all the day's festivities.
Relay for Life is a fundraiser for the Canadian Cancer Society. All the money is raised for research for finding the cure for cancer and to support patients who are dealing with a battle against cancer.
I'm participating in Relay for Life, and I try to participate in any kind of cancer research because cancer has affected me and affected my family in very deep ways. So anything we can do to help support the research and to help support people who are going through, I think is very important for us to do that. One of the best platforms that I have at my disposal is my never-ending forehead. So I decided this was the best way to help encourage students to move around the track and help beautify an already beautiful edifice.
For me, it's like, I don't know, just supporting cancer research. Back in 2024, my grandmother passed away from small cell carcinoma cancer.
2 in every 5 people could potentially be faced with a cancer diagnosis. At our school, we have members in our school community who are dealing with cancer right now, and I know that there are family members who are dealing with cancer. So it's unfortunately a common disease, and we're working towards getting a cure.
We're thrilled to report that the Eastside community raised over $25,000 for cancer research and patient support. A special thanks goes out to Mr. Botterill for dyeing his hair pink. Mr. Quaife will be posting a vote on Instagram asking if Mr. Botterill should keep the pink hair for the rest of the semester. We vote yes.
The Finding Joy musical, written by Mr. Reed, finished its run of shows last week. The reviews are in, and the audiences have given the show a resounding 2 thumbs up. We caught up with Mr. Reed to ask what inspired him to write this original play.
I had always wanted to write a musical, so I thought, okay, well, let's take that opportunity and do it. So I felt I had that in me. I felt I had a story to tell, and because we have a 2-credit musical theater production class, I already had a class list of who I was going to have in front of me to work with. So when I disappeared to my cottage on the weekends in September to write, I had a few kids in mind for specific parts. The 5 sisters were written for those 5 students. I knew Cadence was going to be Mary because I had seen her do work in other plays, and I knew that she would kill that. And I knew Astrid would be perfect as Ruby because basically the character of Ruby is Astrid's personality, like just kind of off the cuff, firing a line out here and there, eye roll, doesn't take crap from anybody, whatever. Sophia's a book nerd, and she was a perfect Hazel, and I knew that she could handle the sort of the levels of literary type things. So anyway, those 3 in particular as graduates factored in, and Kendra and Allie as well. I knew what they could do. And then from there, it was, how do I feature everybody else? How do I make sure that every single person on this class list has a moment, has something to be proud of and feel part of that team? So then it became writing these other parts around those 5 sisters to create this little community that's loosely based on Gananoque, where I grew up. So it's got that small town caring community vibe. Everybody kind of knows everybody's business, but in a nice way. And then the third thing was the death of my father. My dad died 4 years ago, and died during COVID, and we didn't get a funeral. So there was sort of that lack of closure. And sometimes I think that art can be cathartic. So I felt that this kind of writing was also an opportunity to kind of work through my own grief and create something meaningful and give the kids a really cool opportunity to do something totally different. I was a music theater nerd when I was in high school. I was in 5 plays. We still had grade 13 back then. And I was in a musical every year, and they're some of my fondest memories. The shows themselves were great, but even beyond that, it was the level of connection that came from going through that process that I think really stuck with me. Some of my strongest friendships were forged in those musicals. And so now to be a teacher on the other side of that, I think this is the 20th musical I've been part of as a teacher. to be able to sort of provide that opportunity and watch them have the same experiences that I had and knowing how meaningful it was to me, I think they're taking away moments and connections that they'll remember forever. For me to take something so deeply personal and give it to them like a little egg and have them be so tender with it for 5 months and treat it as this important thing and then invest their own personalities and emotions, yeah, for me, the biggest memory is the kids.
That's it for this special edition of Raven TV. Be sure to join us for our upcoming live graduation broadcast on June 24th.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep showing your Raven pride. Keep making Eastside proud. And as always, you keep it fly.